I mentioned earlier that I wrote a short story. This is the question: have you created works in other areas beyond horror, spooky territory? I mentioned that story Cowboy Load that I wrote that it will be coming out in January. But I also wrote another short story that was published this past summer in Literary Heist, an online magazine, and that was a story about a literary agent searching for hope in the publishing profession. He's a jaded guy who is reading a manuscript about, interestingly enough, a vampire. It's a horror story, more gothic than bloody. And the agent is trying to figure out how to let this author down easy and say, you know what, you don't. It's impossible to market this kind of book right now, and I think you've written a great book, but I can't. The industry won't back me up, and we won't be able to sell enough copies because of the way the publishing industry is today. And that was my feeling at the time when a literary agent said some very kind words about the manuscript that became this book, Fiona's Guardians. And he said, you're a magnificent writer, but it's just not going to sell with the big publishers. And that's how I would make my money. The agent says, they make their money on commission. So he let me down. He offered some very good advice about how to improve the manuscript, but he said, I got to pass on this one. I still communicate with the agent, and showed him a review that I got into the Chicago Writers Association, which was very, very complimentary. And so he said, keep me updated. So I was thrilled to hear about that. So I wrote this short story based largely on this agent, in which he's searching for hope in the industry, and he's hoping that an author will come along with the right kind of book that he can sell, and so that he can continue to feel as if it's worthy. The publishing business still, should exist and support authors and everybody else who works in the business. So that's my story, Who Killed Publishing, which came out this past June in the summer 2020 issue of Literary Heist.